Hello everyone, welcome back to another Technic Tuesday. This week I'm going to take you through two movements that I like to throw into my program to help really open up those shoulders and open up that thoracic spine. It's an area that we come across a lot with people who tend to be on a computer a lot. So if you're in this hunched over position, internally rotated on a keyboard, sitting down, we tend to find that people can develop some shoulder problems, neck problems, and things like that just from being tight through here. For myself, I use these. I do a lot of jiu-jitsu, so a lot of grappling. So when I'm doing a lot of gripping and pulling, like my shoulders are today, they're super tight, so you're not going to see the world's best exhibition of shoulder mobility when we do this. This is why I continually do these week in, week out. But because of the type of sport that I like to dabble in, even though I'm not very good at it, I tend to get really tight shoulders, really tight chest. So this is a nice little duo, a nice little combination that I put together to do these. So number one, I generally do a way to dislocate. So you will need a dowel and you'll need a light plate. I would suggest that if you haven't done this before, even just starting off with a dowel and then adding weight. But this is the type of movement that if you're not confident in your shoulder mobility, you don't want to add weight really quickly, right? You just want to do it incrementally. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a nice wide grip on the dowel. We're going to wrap our fingers and thumbs around, trying to keep a full grip on there. And what I want to be able to do is keep those elbows locked as I roll over and come back. Okay, nice and controlled. I'm not trying to do this quickly. I'm trying to keep that weight plate centered, rolling over and coming back. The other thing that I want to avoid so that I get that nice big stretch is I want to make sure as I bring my arms over, I don't move into an overextended position. I want to think about keeping those ribs tucked down in line with my pelvis, so abs engaged, and moving over and coming back. Now, some of you may not be able to get all the way over maintaining a straight arm. So what you would do if that is you is just go as far as you can, maintaining that straight arm, push that end range of motion for a second or two, and then come back from there. If you're finding that you get to a particular point and you're having to do this type of thing to get over, then don't try and push it all the way around. Push it as far as you can, maintaining those locked elbows, and then push back from there. When I'm doing this as a circuit, I'm generally going to do 3 rounds of both movements, and I'm going to do about 10 reps of each. So 10 reps there. Then from there, I'm going to move over to the bench. Just going to take a light dumbbell. We're going to do a dumbbell pullover, but we're going to do that dumbbell pullover with a twist. So when we set up, we're going to set up with our shoulders or middle of our rib cage just on the bench. I'm going to start off with the dumbbell centered over my head. From there, I'll set my feet outside my hips, bring my hips up like I'm doing a glute bridge, keeping everything nice and straight, and then I'm going to keep my elbows locked, bringing that dumbbell all the way down, and then from there I'm going to drop my hips to the floor, breathing out in that bottom position, relaxing into it, and then from there I'm going to bring my hips up and bring the dumbbell back. So that would be 1. Dumbbell's going to go back down, dropping those hips, big breath out, hips up, dumbbell back. That would be 2 reps. So as I said, if I'm trying to do this at the end of the session or just as a nice little mobility circuit to try and get everything loosened up, my shoulders are feeling better already just from doing 2 reps of each. I'm going to do probably 3 to 4 rounds, 10 reps of each. If you've got a little bit of extra time, you want to do a little bit of extra work, bump it up to 5, but it's just 2 really nice, simple movements that can help with that T-spine mobility and help to get that chest opened up. That's it. We'll see you next week. If you've got any questions or you've got anything that you want us to cover off, obviously let us know, but we'll see you for our Technic Tuesday for next week. Goodbye.